Alright, we are live. Let me get back to the opening menu real quick before I get off of the starting soon card. And I would want to apologize in advance. I am still sick from what I said earlier. I just haven't streamed for a while, so I wanted to get something out. If this ends up not working out because I can't talk too much, I may end up postponing it, but we'll see. So now that we're actually loaded up in-game, let me switch over to the right view. And here we go. Yeah, here we are. Welcome again, and I do apologize. I had a sore throat for the past week and a half or so you're going to get a bit of a scratchy voice to me, and I won't be able to talk very loud. So, it is what it is. Welcome Thunder, welcome Grucci. Yeah, that happens. YouTube recommendations can be weird sometimes, I guess. Although it's weird if someone isn't subbed. Most of the time it's people confused why the stream's being recommended to them, but it's like because they subbed from one of the videos that got a lot of views. I need to actually make regular videos again, it's been a while. But I'm going to be showing off a few specific things. I guess I'll start with the lighter things while everyone's still getting in. Let me find an appropriate place. Just something for fun I made. I made a stock car in From the Depths. So, I tried to make it actually look like a race car, I guess. And yeah, it's pretty dang big. Way bigger than a real one, but still. I needed it for the detail. I have like the netting on the left side window. I got some decorative struts. Tried to make the inside look decent, or you could actually drive inside of it. As for the downforce, it doesn't have much downforce, which probably isn't a good thing. These things flip often, but they can go a decent speed. Yep, the Reese's Puffs one. That's where a majority of the views I'm getting recently are coming from. So, it would, it would probably be better if I made more content. It's been a while since I've made an actual mashup. Most of the time I've been making shit posts. So, and I haven't made anything over the past few weeks because of what I'm about to show you all. Anyway, this stock car aside, I want to show you all what I really have been working on. Y'all want to know why I haven't been making anything for the past few weeks? Well, there's a very, very specific reason. If I go over here, there we are. So, I am in a university project, and this project, one of its clubs is hosting it. So this is a club, the hospitality-related project. And this project is basically by yourself or with one other person. I chose by myself. You need to design and build a hotel, or basically not build, but design a resort hotel. And it needed to be a unique idea that isn't attached to any fictional property or anything. And I'm not good at art, and you need a lot of concept art, and I needed somewhere to make my idea. So that made me think, you know how in World War II the Japanese had their battleship Yamato in front of you? It ended up being used so little throughout the war, and it ended up being in dock for so long as a headquarters ship. The Japanese ended up calling it, or the sailors on board her ended up calling her Hotel Yamato, because she never saw any action. So that got me thinking, what if that was my idea? What if it just was, what if they embraced the idea of a Hotel Yamato and turned her into a hotel? So this is the culmination of all of that work rolled up into one. This thing has been what I've been working on for the past month. So, as you can see, I tried to keep it as faithful as I could on the outside. I actually downloaded this from someone else. I downloaded the battleship from someone else. In fact, I can spawn the regular version of the battleship right next to it, so we can compare them. It's gonna lag out the game, but still. Oh, you didn't know that? Well, you learn something new every day. But here, let me spawn the regular version next to it. I'll delete it soon, but just so y'all can see. Yeah, it's really chugging my PC now. But this is the regular version, and here's the one I had to make. So as you can see, they're pretty similar, minus a few differences, but the main differences are on the inside. So let's take that one away and delete that one. I basically use this for mapping out the entire resort. So let's see, I'm going to raise it into the air so you all can see underneath it better. And there we go. Now we paused it, we stopped time, all Sakuya style, stop time, and we're going to go inside this thing. So the first thing I did was I stripped out all the insides except for the main turrets and like a few other turrets. That's it. And now I had an entire inside of the ship to work with. But that only left me with 3 decks below the waterline. And here's what I did with it. This is the lowest deck. As you can see, I didn't build the whole thing. I used it for outlines, and I showed what rooms would be in where, because I actually had a map I made. And not only a map, I also had a PowerPoint. Let me pull that right over here. I had a PowerPoint that I had to make. Basically, I took the whole gist of it is, like I said here, the idea for the name Hotel Yamato. And I ended up saying, you know what? Yeah, we'll roll with that and turn the entire ship into a hotel. I picked an exact location for it in Japan because there is a museum. There's a Yamato museum in the city of Kure. And I decided, what if we just place this thing right here next to this random island? It's only like a little while, like a mile away from the museum. And we could have boats running between them. So, and then I designed the resort. I took a Google Earth image of the entire island, and I painted stuff over it. Like, I made a bridge with parking on the side that would go to the mainland. I superimposed the ship using cutting it out in images from the depths, slapped it over that image. I made all sorts of various other parts here, and I made a pool area, although that's actually the second part of the project, which is this month we're going to be working on the pool. But yeah, that's basically what I've been working on. And since I wasn't good at making actual concept art, and this was, an actual competition, I decided to do the best I could with From the Depths. So this screenshot was made using images that I had created in MS Paint projected in From the Depths. And I used decorations and stuff in From the Depths to make it look like an actual hallway. And I made the carpet, I made the wall images, textures, and just like projected them to make it look like an actual hallway. So I've done all this other stuff, and then I even used the From the Depths model to make a map of the entire resort. And it's hard to see, but like this is the first deck right here, the first floor. And I put in effort in labeling all of these individual rooms that I had to build out in From the Depths. And then a second deck, and then a third deck. But there's actually a total of 7, even though the real ship had more. It's just this version, since it isn't the actual ship, it's going to be like a concrete version that's, cost-cutting measures. The reason for that is, it does restrict us to 3 decks below the waterline, but that is workable. We can work with that. I really wish I did this presentation when I wasn't sick. But, it is what it is. Let's keep going. There are a few very specific rooms I want to show you all. Here, let me put the PowerPoint thing down. And this is the lowest level. Here we have some elevators and that sort of thing. A bunch of other random rooms. But the main rooms down here, this is the main one. There's this area below a turret for, like, engineering stuff. But this one is the theater. We have an actual theater in the back of the ship. This is supposed to be the bathrooms, like the space left out for the bathrooms. But this is a theater. I have built a 78-seat theater, fit with spotlights and curtains, and I just packed that into the entire aft of the ship. So you can show movies and plays and other gatherings, events in this part of the hotel. And yeah, I worked pretty hard on this one. This was one of the first things I built in the ship. These are actually, a lot of these seats are mimics to get them to the right height. And if we go on, there's like changing rooms here. This area is dedicated for changing. And of course, actually building out all of these rooms would take way too long, but we got spaces enclosed for the turrets themselves. These are like the two, turret well A and turret well B. Turret well C is back there. And I had some other things planned. This is mainly storage on this bottom deck. And if you go up a deck, there's a few other things. These are the layouts of some of the rooms. This is actually kind of a small hotel. It only has like 60 or so rooms, but that's because it's a small ship, and I was also planning like to build extra buildings outside of the ship for additional rooms. It's meant to be more of like a niche, like sort of luxury hotel, kind of mixed with a cruise ship vibe. Anyway, this is the lobby right here, two-story lobby. I actually had like mimicked blocks that look like chrysanthemums, like the flower emblem of the Imperial Japanese Navy. But we also have the Chrysanthemum Spa right there. This would be the room dedicated for the spa. We have a gym. We have group berthing spaces. That's a different type of room where when I was younger, we actually were in Cub Scouts. We were able to go to the aircraft carrier Yorktown, and we were able to sleep on board for this program they had, where it was us sleeping in bunks, like the berthing spaces on the ship, which was really interesting, and I remember that, and I thought, oh, that would be cool for like a group rate idea, so we set out this entire area for bunks. We also have two others in the front half of the ship. And in the bottom, we have the gift shop right here. Why is that guy's hat backwards? His entire head's backwards. I think that's a problem all the heads have. They have an automatic orientation for the mannequins. But, yeah, we have this little gift shop I made out of mimics and stuff. All this other sort of fancy schmancy stuff, I guess. And if we go back out into the lobby, you all don't know how long I spent on this. I pulled like 10-hour days in the last week. Making chill music in the background, talking about stuff I wouldn't normally think about the part making it. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I could make it its own video, but only if there's like a ton of interest in it, I guess. Let me turn this music down. Okay, that's a bit too, there we go, there's some calmer music. There we go. But yeah, there's various offices. Again, there isn't too much to show because most of it's with a map. But I just wanted to do this quickly and just show you all why I haven't been posting very often recently. Yeah, you have various other things like health services, photo opportunity services, that sort of thing. We have a grand staircase that goes all the way through the ship. So this entire whole grand staircase thing. And another thing, if you go over this way, there's more rooms here and restrooms. Music's still a bit loud. Fix that. There we go. But one of the biggest voice crack. Sorry, I'm still pretty sick. If I do make a video, it would be later once my voice returns to normal. But if I do make another video, anyway. This is probably one of the other parts I had fun making. This is the restaurant, like the really high-class restaurant, where you can actually see through the side of the ship right here. There's a big window, and you can see how thick Yamato's armor is. But, yeah, it's like one of those fancy restaurants you see on a cruise ship, you know? With balconies and all this other stuff. It has its own kitchen. This would be a walk-in freezer right here. All of this dedicated stuff. I only really built out the areas I wanted to take photos of, just, you know, to expedite the process, but who knows, if there's enough demand, maybe I'll actually build out the entire hotel. I don't know if I'd do that, but still. That would be its own monumental journey to go through. It's popped up in your recommendations after the civil history. I cited the civil history video in my, in the sources for this competition entry. Because again, this is a contest, or not a contest, but it's a design competition entry for a resort design. And I did cite that video. But I mean, I am wearing a Drakenfell hat. If you all know the Naval History channel, Drakenfell, I love his channel. But I actually bought his hat for merch. But yeah, there's some other rooms in it for the hotel. We go into the back. Here's the turret well C right there. I left the turrets intact, the main turrets, because you know those are an essential part of the ship. You go in here. Here's the theater again. That spans 2 levels instead of 1, because obviously I can't have it be extremely tall. But I tried my best here, and I needed to fit in. I actually had to make the hotel rooms a realistic size, at least for, you know, like cruise ship cabins. So this would be the areas the restrooms take up, and I actually made detailed restrooms. If I pull it up here, let me pull up the PowerPoint again. If I pull up the PowerPoint, we have some other pictures here, but I want to go to the room layouts. Here's like, I have one room that I wanted to make out. Like, I can actually go into that room if I can find it. The room is, what is this? This is a stream where I show off a design competition where the idea is, what if you turned the battleship Yamato into a hotel? So that's the entire concept. So here's the sample room with a TV and stuff, little bathroom sink sort of thing. And it was going to have digital portholes where, since there aren't any windows in any of the rooms, it instead would have like these TV screen portholes that a lot of those cruise ships have, where it would show like a digital view of the ocean. And you could have it show various things like battles in the background or other ships. That right there is the aircraft carrier Akagi, which you all know is my favorite warship of all time. But yeah, it could just show all this other stuff out the window as if, you know, we're an actual window. But I'm using hologram projectors to make that. But if I go back, oh, damn it, I forgot. Here, let me put the PowerPoint down. There it is. That's what I was showing off here. I'm sorry that was blocked. But yeah, that's the room that was in the PowerPoint. And of course, there's Akagi right there. And you can cycle that through with like a TV remote and things like that. So yeah, now my PowerPoint's closed. So that's what I was going for there. And of course, you see all these other rooms. And I'll pull the PowerPoint back up. If I go on here, I actually had to measure out the rooms, because from the depths, its scale is 1 block is 1 square meter. So each of those, you can see like a gray outline for each of these rooms. Those are 1 square meter. So I had to make a standard cabin with, I actually had to design a pull-out couch right here. The layout of everything, like this right here is a what's the term? A closet. This is the toilet, shower, sink, a desk, a mini fridge right here, a regular double, like these are queen beds right here. So, and that's a pull-out queen, chairs, TV, and dresser. And then I had to do it again with a bigger one. This one has another separate bedroom instead of everything being in one. And I had to have the square meterage of both of them. And then you can see a room on deck 4 where I actually had to take into account the American Disability Act for like wheelchair and blind people, you know, people with disabilities. So this one I had to make sure there was enough room in each one for a wheelchair to have a turning radius of 60 inches in the restroom and the main room. So I incorporated that into the design, and this one has a separate room as well. So I put a lot of effort into this, a lot of thought into it, and I actually counted out the square meterage for every room in from the depths to make it like that. I had to consider pricing and things like that, price per night, and make sure that the ADA rooms costed the same as the deluxe rooms, even though the ADA rooms were larger size, because that would be price discrimination. You know, you gotta avoid that sort of thing. There's more views of the lobby. There was that group berthing space idea I was talking about in the past, where some of the rooms were for group rates where you could sleep on the bunks of the ship, kind of like, this is actually a picture from Yorktown that I slept on when I was in the Cub Scouts. We also have a presidential suite right here in the funnel. Let me show you all that one. Let me pull the PowerPoint down for a sec. So if we go into the game, there is a a presidential suite in the funnel. There are rooms in the superstructure. Here, if we take the grand staircase up from here, you can go all the way up. There's some more food service. I'll show you how that later. Right here, this is a bar, like a karaoke bar that I put in called the Sanshiki Bar, because the Sanshiki is the type of anti-aircraft shells the main guns fired, like these massive flechette anti-aircraft rounds. But there's also a fireworks show for the ship based off of those, but we'll get to that later. If you go up further into the superstructure, you'll get to this, which is a luggage hoist where it takes you up here. This is the layout of the presidential suite, which is in the funnel, and it has several entrances right here where you can go up further. Of course, there isn't anything in it, it's just the room layout, but even though it's a thin room, it's 3 stories tall for one presidential suite. And then the top floor right there at the top of the funnel, that's a viewing area right there. A sort of lounge in the presidential suite, if you will. Again, pardon me, it's hard for me to speak and I'm still sick, but trying my best. I had to work. I had to go to my job while I was like this, and it was not fun having to clean toilets, doing all that, but still, whatever. At least it's, anyway, that's a tangent. But we go back down into the ship. There are some other things, like I have other food options, where I showed you all the fancy dining room. I'll show you all that really quickly again. But this is that fancy dining hall I was talking about with like a full sit-down service, that sort of thing. And but there's another food service. If we go to the front of the ship, you'll find these are actually activity rooms right here for like games like bingo and stuff. But over here we have the kitchen area right here for another restaurant, and the freezer right there. But this is the Hot Mess Buffet. That is the name of this one. So of course this is a sort of buffet style thing. You'd have all the food laid out here like a buffet, and there'd be various pictures of warships on the walls. That's the Atago, heavy cruiser Atago. That is, I think, Hatsukaze. Actually, I don't quote me on that one. That's a destroyer. Was that Kitagaze or Hataka? I don't remember. But and this I believe was Zuikaku, the aircraft carrier. But anyway, just this is another proof of concept where it would be a sort of more casual, serve it yourself, sit down buffet that most cruise ships have, that sort of thing. And of course I showed it off earlier, but anyway, right here is a cargo elevator because you need actual logistics, and you have various cargo storage rooms and things like that. But this cargo elevator actually goes all the way up to the top of the ship right here to receive cargo, and this is the cargo entrance where primarily these bridges would be connected to land, that island I was mentioning in the PowerPoint. If I pull that up again. If I pull up the resort thing again, that's these bridges right here that go off to the main island, and that would have beach access and things like that, but that would be how cargo gets there. And as you can see, this is me taking another image that a screenshot I took from the depths, cropping it out using MS Paint, and then slapping it onto the island, and I put MS Paint over parts of the island to make like the road and other things. And that's temporary. We're actually designing the pool area for this half of the competition. But so it's not done. This is only part 1. But yeah, I had other things. There's another bar. There's actually 2 bars. I'll show you those. Let me turn back to the main game and put away the PowerPoint. Why is it called cargo and it should be ship go? Am I right? That's a nice one. You did it funny. No, it's escorted by HMS Bungoat. You always gotta bring up the Bungoat. I will never live that down. I still have Bungoat saved if you want me to load it up later, James. But let's see. So let me go to that other bar. Of course, you can walk around on the main deck, and there's areas to get to it, and the main guns still turn. But here's the first layer of the superstructure. This is where all those ADA rooms, those wheelchair access rooms I was talking about were. But on this side, there is also up a floor. This is the Sanshiki Karaoke Bar I mentioned earlier. So a nice little karaoke bar tucked away here. and a few other rooms here. And you go up another deck. You have photo opportunities on various bridges. This is all like museum spaces where you can pay for a guided tour or a self-guided tour. And this is what a little mannequin here for like, you can have photo opportunities dressed up in clothing for like families or whatever on the bridge, where you can be like turning the wheel or whatever for a nice little expensive photo opportunity. But then all this is other museum spaces up at the top. But and then at the back, sorry, my voice is kind of giving out, but we have some balconies here on the side. These are actually built into the ship. I don't know what purpose these served on the actual ship, but these were part of it. And then down here, this was the hangar. This was the hangar of Yamato, where she could launch float planes. Right here, these are the tracks that they could transport cargo and the float planes on top of. But instead, I turned this entrance to the hangar. Instead of a hangar, it's now a swim-up pool. It is an adults-only, like, calm swim-up pool that has its own bar, where the adults, they could be swimming, and you could swim up to the bar and get a drink while you're in the pool. So I thought that was a really good idea, but who knows, maybe it's a terrible idea. But yeah, I tried my best for that, but that was one of the first things I built as well. And you can have like this would be the pool maintenance for like pool pumps and stuff like that. And it's using the crane, the aircraft crane, as like a support for it, so. Pretty sure there's Discord pings. Oh, an hour Discord? Are you talking about something else? Or you're talking about something else. Yeah, there is Discord pings for how often I stream. If you're in the Discord, there should be a Discord link in the description. I don't know if it still works or not, but I will send an everyone ping right when I go live, and I'll say in like the specific live stream announcement channel when there will be new streams. I don't stream regularly, of course. I can't have a regular schedule. It's just hard to do as a college student, but maybe I will in the future, who knows. But for now, that's just where I announce and do all the streams. So yeah, that's basically that part, and I put a lot of dang work into this thing. So much work. And I'm finally glad the part 1 is done. And so this month I'm going to be working on the resort pool part of the hotel, which is its own separate part that's going to be judged in the competition. And again, this is all for a university club that I'm doing this for. It's for my resume, for my portfolio, where I can actually apply to like creative departments for theme parks or hotels and things like that. Because that's what I want to do with my life, so we can see what happens there. And I figured if I know from the depths, I could use it as a design tool, and I did. So that's what I did for that part. But yeah, I tried my hardest there, and I think I put in a lot of effort. So I don't know if I'll win the competition, but we'll see. Also, happy late July 4th, everyone. I forgot to mention that in the Discord, but happy late July 4th, even though it's a day after. But still. But yeah, what's the contest? Yeah, it's a university-held contest for one of my themed entertainment clubs that they're holding to design a themed resort, hotel sort of thing. And I do have some stairs leading up here, and of course, since you don't want rain getting through, there's these like hatches that can close and stop rain from getting down into the ship. But yeah, I was just considering how that would work with all this. Merry Treason Day. Will the seawater get mixed up with water? What are you talking about? And if in reality, if the hotel actually did get built, what it would be is it would be made out of concrete. It would be a recreation on the outside because, of course, you want to save money. You're not building an entire battleship. Where you would build it in the water to where it would sit in the water bed, and you could use corrosion-resistant materials and concrete and things like that to where it's not going to move, and it's the only power on it is like backup generator, so it will never move. But that would enable it to, you know, cost less to maintain because it's just sitting in the water and it's really thick, so you wouldn't have much water seeping through, and it would be impossible to sink. Sorry. Yeah, it would be impossible to sink. So that's basically all the effort I put into that. So yeah, and I can pull up a few other things in the PowerPoint just to finish up. Let me open up the PowerPoint again. We have the entertainment options. Can pull those up. I forgot which slide that was. Oh yeah, we had a merchandise slide where we would have like plush versions of the ship and things like that, photo opportunities, plush torpedoes, things like that. You know, I swear I had a slide for, what was it? A slide for entertainment. There it is. There's the entertainment slide. So we have a picture of the theater. We would have like live demonstrations of the anti-aircraft guns that they would do, like allow people to fire the anti-aircraft guns, kind of like a USS New Jersey does. They do that. But, and then there's that anti-aircraft shell for the main guns, the Sanshiki shell I was talking about. And if I zoom in here, I had an idea for a nighttime fireworks show that the hotel would do, where the main guns of the ship would be turned and used to fire salvos of fireworks, where it would have, you know, I just used a PNG image of fireworks there with from the depth screenshot. But yeah, it would have its own little fireworks show based off of these anti-aircraft like flechette shells right there. So of course I couldn't have a video of that because I wouldn't know how to make that, but it's about just the concept, you know, that sort of thing. So I tried my best with it, is all I'm saying on that front, but and of course I put a lot of effort into getting the screenshots because I don't know art, I can't draw, where most other people in this competition would use their art skills. This is all MS Paint, and this is all from the depths and MS Paint. So I tried my best. But yeah, I think one of the longest parts was just assigning all the rooms, because I needed to think about all these rooms. Like, you need utilities, you need HVAC, like heating and cooling, you need all the elevators, you need boardrooms, you need all the offices for the back of house hotel operations, you need all of these restrooms and stock closets for the restrooms. I would know, I work with that sort of stuff, that's my job. But I need canteens, or like for the staff, like a special staff food service. I need all of this various stuff. I need laundry services. Everything you'd think that you need in a hotel, you need in this ship. So I had to pack that into this, because even though the ship is huge, the armor of the battleship Yamato is so thick that it just ends up, it's extra thick. So you can't actually fit as much inside the ship as you think you would. And I need to make sure the hallways are wide enough for people to get through. And I need to make sure any increases in angle for the floor need to be a certain degree measurement for wheelchairs, you know, ADA, disability access. All this sort of small stuff that you have to consider when you're designing a ship like that. So it's a pretty big undertaking, but it is what it is. And I don't know. So I'll be working on part 2 of this whole thing for this month. And of course I'll still try to post something. I need to make an actual non-live stream video, you know? Because that's kind of the point of YouTube. So if I'll find time to live stream more stuff, I will. I still need to finish Toho. I need to finish Toho 7. I still haven't done that, but there's a lot of games. I actually tried 2 games recently, but yeah. Also, Brody just posted the Vine Boom sound effect emoji. Don't you lecture me with your $30 haircut. But anyway, that's all I have for that. So I guess for the rest of the stream, I'm just gonna mess around in front of the depths and have fun for a little bit. So of course I'm not gonna stream for too long because my voice is killing me after a while. But yeah, I've been sick for I think a week and a half at this point. I was sick at work too, which sucked, but oh well. Just republished the Reese's Puff. People in the comments of that keep asking, where's the Spotify version? Where's the Spotify version? One, I don't know how to do anything on Spotify. Two, you know Spotify doesn't allow anything that you didn't make. You know why there are no mashups on Spotify? Because they're mashups. If you don't own the song, you can't put it on Spotify. That's the thing. Same thing with iTunes. It's for original works. Because you see that a lot. You go on to like any sort of mashup or video that blows up. They're like, okay, where's the Spotify version? You can't put it on Spotify. Oh yeah, James. Yes, it is gunboat or bungoat time. Let me see if I can find it. If I sort by ABC, maybe I can find it. If you all don't know what I'm talking about, it was from another stream where I took like a certain destroyer escort I had built and just slapped 9 of them together. But there it is. There's the abomination herself. So let me spawn what it was supposed to be right next to it. I think it was the Skitter. What's that called? The Skitter class, if I pull it up. Ooh, what's that? I have a lot of designs. Not all of them are mine, but Skitter class destroyer escort? Yes, that's what it was. So yes, that is the regular ship, the sane destroyer escort, and the abomination. I just slapped 9 of them together and called it a day. At user request. It's cursing me. I can't even speak. It's making me lose my breath just looking at it. Yeah, it's an abomination to mankind at user request. Let's see if this thing can actually move if I order it to move. Here, let's take both of them. I'm gonna order them to move here. Go, my children, go. Oh God. What is it doing? Oh no. Maybe make a floating tank? Joke's on you, I have a floating tank. While we leave those 2 ships to flounder off in the distance. See, look, that's the sensible option. It even has an underwater torpedo. 2 of them. But that's the sensible ship right there. This is not sensible. But to the person who, Evil Pleb, you asked with the floating tank. I do have one. Let me pull it up. Let me go into my tanks and cars. I believe that one is the... forgot the name. I think it was the Hammerhead. No, it was the amphibious Hammerhead. I made an amphibious version. Hammerhead Amph. Alright, there it is. The inside is watertight. So, wait, where's the propeller? This thing's supposed to... It's supposed to have propellers. What, did I get rid of them? Here, we can jury rig it if we want. Let's jury rig it. Right here. Boom. Make them at least normal. And let's go. Here, and it should work, hopefully. Here we go. Oh, I need turning thrusters. I swear there was another tank that had this built in, but I'll find it. I think it may have been the Panzer 40. Yeah, this was like the first tank I made in the game years and years ago, so it's hopelessly outdated. But if we drive this one into the water, there we go. It even has turning propellers, so we can move it. Now the thing is, can it fire properly? Oh no, what is it doing? What the dog doing? What the dog do? What the tank doing? Okay, it has some flaws. It may not be weight balanced, but can we at least get a shot off? No, we can't because the gun's not stable. Well, just pretend it's floating, alright? Pretend it's a floating tank. It'll work. What if the regular... what else do I got? Oh yeah, I got the cursed tank. I totally didn't name this tank after a NASCAR driver, But, yeah, this is just, this is actually one of my more effective tank designs, because no matter where it's driving, at least 2 guns, maybe even 3, will always be able to point at the enemy. It can float, but can it fly? I don't know if I've done a flying tank yet. That could be an interesting idea. I made a lot of stuff like that at Simple Planes, if any of y'all know that game. But, yeah, so there's that cursed tank. I also made a self-propelled gun. Where's the self-propelled gun? There it is, the bullfrog. And of course, for some people who don't know, a self-propelled artillery piece is different than a tank, even though they look similar. Mainly because the self-propelled artillery has basically no armor whatsoever. But, yeah, it can lob an artillery shell. And we also have a 40k, a Warhammer 40k tank. Or one that looks like one. I made this one to look like a mix between a World War I tank and a Warhammer 40k tank. So this one's a pretty big girl tank inside. She's a big girl, but she's actually pretty fast too for her size. And yeah, her main gun isn't the biggest, but she does have 2 guns mounted in her side. Boom, there we go. She can launch a pretty decent sized shell herself. She of course has these smaller guns she can fire. Let me see if I can land a shot on the Kezlowski. Boom, there we go. Simple Planes, you only know simple flips. First try, idiot. Is that a motherfucking Simple Flips reference? I was tempted to get Simple Flips merch, but I don't know. It would be interesting to have like a bup, like one of the Toad bup face dice or pillows in the background, but I don't know. It's actually been a while since I've watched a Simple Flips video. Anyway, here's the Corolla, I think. I don't know what made me name it that. The name, of course, is a Toyota Corolla mixed with a road roller. I don't know if that's an apt description or not, but I don't even know if this would be considered a Toyota vehicle, but it is what it is. This is kind of like my idea of what if I can make a cheap tank, so that's probably my cheapest tank right there. Probably one of my lowest to the ground as well. But let's ram it with a stock car, full speed. Here, we'll have this one here, and we'll turn the damage all the way up. Here, let me go into options. Pump the damage up. Now that's a lot of damage. And we're gonna go in, spawn the stock car. We're gonna go racing at Talladega, boys. Gonna go here, and we'll attach some fun time spikes onto the front of this. And we'll do quite a large amount of damage, as Phil Swift says. So let's go racing, boys. It's shake and bake. And I helped. Bonk. Oh, that one wasn't as climactic. And we're on our side. We flipped on our side. And, oh, there we go. Here, let's find something else to ram with a race car of doom. How about, what's a bigger, oh yeah, let's do the big 40k tank. Where's the 40k tank? There it is. Let's ram the 40k tank with its desert camo. Ramming speed! Alright, here we go. And pause. Third person, and let's watch the fireworks. Bonk. Oh, that was anticlimactic. He's just nudging him gently. Like he's giving him a toe. It's a nice little toe. Here, let's back up and try again. Look how little downforce that thing has. That is not a stable race car. Bonk. Okay, that did a little bit more damage. And it can push it because it has a lot of horsepower. Oh, hey nerd, nice of you to drop into the stream. Have fun eating at your restaurante. But, oh gosh, wow. Yeah, that thing's doing quite a lot of oh god, it's boring through there. It's just drilling through the tank. I don't think you've ever seen a NASCAR drill into a tank before, so that's probably a first. Speaking of which, I need to make more of those Toho-themed race cars. That would be a good idea. I've been telling myself I need to, Because my ultimate goal with that is to make race cars that, like a bunch of them to where I can commentate a race. I want to have all these cars, these like Toho race cars, in NASCAR 2003 and have them race. And I want to be able to commentate it live as a live stream. I think that would be fun. I could just, you know, because Lord knows I can't actually drive in a race car. Well. Your mom is big. Ah ha ha ha, funny. Funky brass monkey. That funky monkey. Oh yeah, I remember. I actually, right before I started the stream, I was fixing one of my ships. This is an ironclad I have. King of cars. Now we need to make Lightning McQueen himself, Mr. Kerchoo. This was a ship I was fixing earlier. I had made an ironclad. This is one of my ironclad ships. And what was wrong with it before is that when the game updated its steam engines, they broke on this ship, so I had to remake them. And this is kind of a bad version of one. This is a bad ironclad because it is actually way too thin lengthwise, and because of that, it has good armor above, but the armor, it has no armor below deck. There's zero, pretty much zero below deck armor, which is bad because all the important stuff is below deck. See, if I poke a hole right here, that's all the steam. That is all the steam components. And if the steam gets broken, it loses all propulsion because this ship relies on its steam plant for all motion. So it would be dead in the water. You break this block right here, you have access to an ammunition magazine that can explode. You break this block. Oh look, actually this is more storage. You break this one. This is the AI of the ship. That gets hit, all the AI is dead. Only after like a few blocks. You break this one right here, I believe. Where's the forward ammunition magazines? There's also forward ammunition magazines as well. So if I just dink, boom, it almost splits the ship in half. All that's left is this block right here. So if I delete that block, the ship is split in half. I saw this boat in half. And then you can break off the front. And then it's just this tiny thing. And then also, as soon as the front or back breaks off, I can't speak. It capsizes. So it's not a very well-designed ironclad. As you know, the point of an ironclad is to take a lot of damage, which this cannot do. But anyway, in comparison, I'll show you all the other ironclads. Where are my other ironclads? Here, let me change the music. This music's been going on for a while. What's the next one? Okay, so here's another ironclad. And then we have a third ironclad. So these are basically the three designs of ironclad I built. This one is probably the most effective, where it has some armor. Also, its steam plant is broken. I need to fix it because for some reason they changed it to where if the output of the steam turbine is blocked, it won't produce anything. So this one pretty much can't move. This one is just a ticking time bomb right here. If you go into this one, basically if any of these are hit, it will explode like a firework. Actually, I think I fixed it recently, but still. Actually, you can weaponize destroying its magazine because it'll throw out all the damaged ammo out of the side like this and into the side of the ship that attacked it. So I will demonstrate this principle for you all. I think it still works. It's been a while since I've tested this. I saw the world in half. Oh no. Mr. Funny Thanos moment. But let's aim the guns right here, right at the magazines of this ship. And let's see if this holds true. Oh, okay, I paused it. Look at that. So, look, it detonates the front half of this ship like a firework. But look what happens. These are all ejected shells. Because the magazines are damaged, what it does is ejects some of the shells out into a firework. This thing is literally just a barge of fireworks. And even though this thing didn't fire a shot, it's getting peppered by all these shells that are blasting out right here. We gone full like Sakia level time stop right here, but And as you can see, even though this ship was the one to fire on the enemy, and you can see all the gun smoke, here's the horde of shells heading straight towards the ironclad. So watch this. Boom. Now these shells detonate, and they actually do a significant amount of damage. They destroy the turret for this ship. And they pierce the armor of this one too. They pierce all of the all of this ironclad armor and below decks as well. So look at that thing. That is not, it's a kamikaze ship. Yeah, you sold the ship in half. But here, if I detonate the other half of the magazine, if I can click right here, boom, it launches even more shells that explode other parts of these ships. So this is pretty much a firebomb ship. Star Wars remake looks interesting. Yeah, we have our own Death Star here, our Death Star ironclad. So yeah, I'm not very good. Usually I try making ironclads, I end up making them too small to where I have to cram everything in and they don't have enough armor or enough space. And that ends up making it to where they are effectively time bombs, which is the opposite of what an ironclad should be. Oh god. Because then I just went and made other sailing ships as well. I even made my own rating system. Look how many guns this baby has. Look at the weight of broadside this thing can fire. Although, yeah, I think I went a little overkill for this. And I compartmentalized it too much where I shouldn't have. But yeah, this thing also has its own steam plant, which is broken because steam got broken. But, here, if I fire one broadside and pause right when I fire the broadside. Oh, wrong setting. Right? There we go. Look at that weight of broadside right there. That's 128. Well, actually, not all of it. That's like at least 90 cannonballs going straight into the side of your ship right there. That is not anything to scoff at. Did you see Obama? What? No, there is no Obama on the sail, although that would be funny. I have a picture of Obama on it. Here, let me spawn a ship next to it to pump a broadside into. Where's the Avasa? Here we go. I also made a version of the, or not a recreation, but an inspiration for the ship Vasa. So if I just right-click here and fire. All right. We fired a broadside, a full broadside into this ship, as you can see, and inside this ship, everything's nice and calm. And then I unpause, boom. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage. Did any of those? Yeah, a lot of these cannonballs went out the other side, and now this one is listing. Yeah, we just tore holes straight into the side of this ship. So yeah, I like having some Actually, let's have an Age of Sail battle. Let's let the AI control my ships, and let's see who wins. After 9 years in development, you have boat. We hope it has been worth the wait. Alright, so let's have a battle, shall we? Now, the AI notoriously is bad at handling sails, so it's funny watching these ships try to desperately move around terribly. So we are going to have a bunch of AI ships fight each other. Alright, here's an upgraded version of that ship from before with sails. We're going to have the really big ship I showed you all earlier, the Undoubtable. And I built all these, by the way. We're going to have, actually, these are pretty old, like 2 years old ships. And then for the next faction, they're going to get a frigate. Here's a little frigate I built. Next faction will get another frigate, a different frigate. Here we go. The game really doesn't use sails well. Even if you build the sails properly, the game just doesn't use them properly. Here's, I believe, a third rate right here. A third rate ship of the line. And the next faction will receive a heavy frigate, which is actually pretty much the size of a battleship in itself. You can see below the waterline. Also, these ships won't sink. If a ship has any wood in it from the depths, it just won't sink no matter how much you throw at it. Next faction, we'll get this brig. This brigantine right here. I've been playing a lot of Empire Total War as well, so I know this pretty well. And the last one, we'll get this tiny little fleet, which isn't actually the right name for this ship. It's just, look at this tiny little boat right here. Oh my. So we're going to have all these ships battle it out. And make sure all their AIs are on. Pause. Turn on all their sails. Turn on all of their behavior. And here we go. Let's watch the chaos unfold. Actually, I think we'll have the damage set down to normal because it's chaotic enough anyway instead of max damage. Actually, let's go 2 times damage. There we go. There we go. Here we have the... Let me turn the camera speed up too so we can watch it faster. Where's camera speed? There it is. Turn the camera speed up. Let's watch this entire broadside from one of these ships impact. Boom, baby. And of course, if we go into this menu here, look, all these individual dots are cannonballs flying. And here's a broadside from the first rate here. If we find the first rate, it just launched a hail of fire, I believe, at this frigate. Let's see if it lands. Oh, yep, that landed. It knocked out most of that thing's sails. It completely knocked out both sails. That thing is without sail power. Oh my. And of course we have ships over here. We have that heavy frigate from before. It looked like it had a bunch of recoil. Did it take an explosion? No, it looks like it's doing pretty well for itself. I think I designed this one fairly well. Probably one of my better designed ships. And then of course we have the Vasa, which is one of the earlier ones. And she's actually taken a decent amount of damage for her size. She's lost one of her masts. But her guns are still firing, even if they're haphazard. These frigates right here are just getting battered relentlessly, but they're still giving up enough fire to be a threat. And of course, this is a free-for-all, so that one just gave a broadside into that one's back, right across the bow. I think that one's the Farlow, and that one's the Nelson class. This one is the Grenadier class, which actually hasn't taken too much damage. Well, and is starting to now. Let's see if she can get a broadside off on that heavy frigate. Oh, it looks like she can't. She's too focused on, they're beating this one while it's down, man. They're really abusing the crap out of this frigate. A lot of them are shooting, like, too high, honestly. They're overshooting. Oh, we have one that, oh, that poor tiny boat from before. It exploded. Look how little is left of it. It just got absolutely destroyed by this frigate here. I think this frigate's gonna win, because I actually designed it with a decent amount of armor. Every time when someone says pause, you think they say pause? What do you mean pause? What, do you watch Paw Patrol or something? I see all the time, whenever you're at a grocery store, whenever someone takes their kids to a grocery store, they always give them their iPad, and the kid's always watching like Paw Patrol or something on their iPad. Uh-oh, it looks like this one's propulsion is knocked out, or damaged because of the steam issue. Oh, you're gonna earn yourself a broadside, friend. There we go, look at that. Okay, let's follow this broadside, see if... Oh, I think it's gonna miss. It's out of range. Yeah, only 1 or 2 shots hit this frigate. And the Vasa is maneuvering around to try to get the jump on it. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like this broadside may do better. There we go, it did some damage. They're just... Oh my gosh, look how much damage this poor frigate has taken, and yet it's still surviving. It is somehow holding out against all of this pain. And it's dishing out damage too. What a sturdy little girl. Oh my. Oh, watch this. The Vasa is about to put a broadside right across the bow. Across the stern, actually. Yep, right through the stern of this. Quite a lot of damage in the back of the first rate here. But the first rate has just too much armor. Even though it's immobilized, it still has a large amount of its guns available. But you can see, even a large chunk of its armor has been taken out here. Each cannonball is just knocking away pieces, exposing the insides. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, oh my, they exploded the frigate. The frigate that I thought would do really well. It just evaporated. Oh my. Oh, and that poor little frigate that could finally got exploded in half. Oh my. Looks like it's just a battle between these two now. Oh, now Vasa has taken the full undivided attention of the first raid, though. Let's wait and see. Yep, there's that broadside coming in. Although it's coming in piecemeal, actually. Ooh, and a lot of blocks coming off Vasa right here. You have to go to bed. You gotta wake up. Oh, well, have a good night. Have a good time at work tomorrow. Hope it isn't too bad for you, if you have a job you like. We actually got a raise at the job I'm at recently, which I'm happy with. So that's good. So now there are only a few ships left. There is this frigate here, which is careening out of control. Actually, it's just listed to the side because all of its armor here is messed up. And its ammo is exposed at the bottom. If those powder kegs get shot up, that's going to be bad. Oh, and the Grenadier too. Ooh, oh, looks like something else happened over here. Which ship was that? That was the brig. The brig has exploded. Here, let's help it out a bit. By exploding the rest of it. There we go. I think now it's just mainly a battle between these two. Who will win? This lesser armored older ship or the slightly newer first rate that hasn't had... Yeah, this one doesn't have any propulsion, and this one's running circles around it, but it's still crossing its broadside, which is a dumb move. And of course, actually, if you look, the stern of this thing is pretty chopped up. And you can see the steam plant has been completely destroyed. I mean, not like it worked in the first place. But the problem is the Vasa here has had too many of its guns shot away. A lot of the guns that are still there, they aren't even connected, so they won't even fire because they don't have, you know, a connection to the AI. So I don't think this thing will have enough weight of fire. And once it crosses past this broadside again, although why are you turning away from the Vasa? That's a bad move. Maybe this one is making a mistake. And Thunder deleted his messages again. What a story mark. Oh wow, look at that. That is actually quite a lot of damage going into the Undoubtable. I'm starting to doubt the Undoubtable. I see red, I think of Amogus. Stop posting about Among Us. I'm tired of seeing it. On Discord, it's memes. I like all the edits of those where it's like, stop posting about Donkey Kong, or stop posting about Gangnam Style, or things like that. Maybe I should make one of those. That could be an idea. Maybe I will make something like that. It's been a while since I made a video. Oh, look at this draft. This Grenadier class right here, who's lost its propulsion. It's gonna get some cannonballs. Oh, most of them missed. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it right here. Undoubtedly's too focused with that one, and the Vasa ain't doing enough damage to sink her. So I think that we are going to wrap it here. I'm going to say Vasa wins, just through sheer determination. Alright. I think I'll do one more battle to end this off. One more battle. This time, let's go a little more modern here. Let's have a few of my few World War era ships fight against each other, and an all-out brawl. Oh, this one's gonna be a bit more laggy than the first. I guarantee that. So first off, we're gonna have the. Let me pause the game too. On one side, one faction's gonna have the Tower class battle cruiser, one of my favorites. With the world's largest superstructure. The next faction will get the Tomare class destroyer. Not the sturdiest destroyer, but pretty plucky one nonetheless. The White Flares will get the Prinz Ruben class heavy cruiser, which is tiny. That is in no way a heavy cruiser, but even I tried upgrading her guns, so maybe she'll do something before she dies. The Twin Guard will get the average class Dreadnought battleship, which is actually a paddle wheel battleship. As you can see, sort of World War I era Dreadnought. And next faction, the Lightning Hoods will get... I'm not going to have any aircraft carriers because they would obviously not do much damage. This is not World of Warcraft, this is From the Depths. You probably saw one of my more popular videos, like the that one Giorno Racy Spa Smash Up or something. That's probably how this video got recommended. But anyway, this faction gets the Karita class destroyer. All of these are my designs, by the way. The Steel Striders. Actually, let's throw a sub into the mix. Here, we'll have the Type D submarine underwater. Of course, the Steel Striders get that one. They're gonna get an actual submarine for their ship. The Grey Talons will get... Oh, where's the heavy cruiser? There's a specific heavy cruiser I want. Actually, first off, the Grey Talons will get the Cavalry class light cruiser. And the last faction, the Scarlet Dawn, will get a heavy cruiser. If I pull it out. Where is this specific heavy cruiser? Come on. The Distance class heavy cruiser. That's the one they will get. Oh, alright, pause before any of these begin to fire off their weapons. So this is the last section before anything major happens. This is probably one of the larger ships here. I would have my battleship in here, but that would be too overpowered. Where's the heavy? Sandwich make me strong. That's the wrong heavy. I may stream TF2 sometime as well. That would be fun. I always love TF2. So if y'all want a TF2 stream, just tell me. I'll do another one. So yeah, of course, that's one of the heavy cruisers I tried harder on. I think I based that one off the County class. And if we head over here, of course, there's the battle cruiser, a destroyer. So we have 2 heavy cruisers, a battle cruiser, 2 destroyers, a dreadnought battleship, a submarine, and a light cruiser. So place your bets. Who you think's gonna win? We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ships in the battle here. My odds are on the battle cruiser, but still, because it's a battle cruiser. T for 2? What is that game? Or do you mean literal T for 2? Because if that's a game, I never heard of it. An hour has passed. Yeah. Oh my, an hour has passed, Gordon. Look, ropes. We can use them to cross big pits. Sorry, I had to. But, that's a good reference. Anyway, yes, I have been streaming for an hour. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Let's see which target. I'm pausing it immediately. Let me turn up the camera speed, because I need to be able to travel faster. Wow, this is a slow camera. Oh, it's just because of lag, but it looks like this battle cruiser is picking its target as the Karita. No, 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 no. It's changing where its gun's targeting. Alright, here we go. We have the first shots of the match. And the anti-aircraft battery is opening up. And the torpedoes are being launched out of their tubes. This one has picked the Distance class heavy cruiser as its target. Alright, let's watch. And she fires back. Alright, we have impacts. We have shell impacts. Oh gosh, it's so laggy. And the submarine has made its target. Let's go into the map view. Look at all of that fire. Each of those dots is a bullet. They are all focusing on the tower class. Look at all of them. They are all, every single ship is targeting a tower. And look at this. This is the Tomare class, and look at all the torpedoes heading towards her. She is screwed. Oh no. Alright, so yeah, we're seeing a large amount of trolling occurring. Where are the torpedoes? I think this one has some torpedoes coming towards it. Where's the Tomare? I need to head there. As you can see, actually, some of these are anti-torpedo missiles. As you can see, they're going to target some of these torpedoes. Yeah, they don't work the best, but if we pause here, look at this. Tomare has already taken a lot of EMP damage, and two of her aft turrets are gone. And the torpedoes just keep coming in. Oh my gosh, look at this flood of torpedoes. She's gonna lose her propulsion at this rate. Yep, there goes her main propulsion. She has some side propulsion still, but they are just tearing into her. She's lost both her aft turrets. Oh, and another turret. She only has one operable turret left. Let's go check out some other ships. Prince Ruben actually hasn't been targeted very much, so she's focusing. Ooh, let me pause right here. We can see a shell impact. This is not World of Warships. This is From the Depths, a block-based shipbuilding game. These are shells from the average class Dreadnought right here, impacting. Oh, look at them wrecking that secondary battery on the Tower class. That secondary battery has just been annihilated on the port side. And you can see the main armor has taken a decent amount of damage. However, all of her turrets are still going strong. And her torpedo tubes are just firing away. So, I don't think she's going to give up that easily, you know? And she's firing her own torpedoes, but she's taking quite a beating. And you can't see this, but there are thousands of anti-aircraft shells impacting the ship as well. And her anti-aircraft guns are firing away too. You can see just this hail of fire. And if you look over here, here's the Kurita and the cavalry. They appear to be participating in a battle of torpedoes. And if you look at this, a submarine is right below here. The submarine has been avoiding some torpedoes. Uh-oh, it looks like some of them are about to target the sub, though. Oh, because this sub can go out of commission very quickly. Oh, it hit the conning tower, hit all of its detection equipment. That's a lot of damage for the sub. Ooh, yeah, taking a lot of torpedo hits. And the cavalry class, of course, is just blazing away with her own guns. And she's taking a torpedo on the starboard side. And the Kurita appears to be engaging the distance class with her gun, anti-aircraft guns. If we look at the distance class, she's had her hull pierced in several places. Her forward turret is actually missing one of the guns. One of her forward guns has been hit. But other than that, her C turret has been disabled, but her D turret is still firing even though it's damaged. And she is taking a few torpedoes here and there. The D-class submarine is still firing, even firing her deck gun underwater. What a girl. Ooh, we've had our first kill. The Kurita right here. She actually is in one piece mostly, except for her aft turret. Her aft turret has not only detonated, but taken out the AI as well. So that means she is gone, out of the match. And the submarine is damaged, but still functioning. The distance class is taking all of the fire from the Tower class battlecruiser right here, but she's giving fire back. Ooh, it looks like some other ships are going for a closer ram here. Oh, and we got something else too, another ship. I think that was the Prince Ruben that just got decimated. Was that the Prince Ruben? No, it wasn't. That was a different ship. Which ship was this? I think that was the Tomare. I believe that was the Tomare class destroyer that just got destroyed. Ironic. Makes sense, she was targeted pretty well. What SCP did this to the D class. Yeah, of course I named them C and D class. Is that an SCP reference? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, there's the Kurita. For a second I thought Tower had taken it. If we look at Tower's armor here, oh my gosh, her bow has been pretty much obliterated right here. Of course, I think these were ammunition dumps, so her forward ammunition has been completely destroyed. However, her main guns are just still firing away, although one of them has been damaged. If we look at the other parts of the armor, her main armor actually hasn't been fully pierced in many spots beyond the bow, which is a testament to the amount of armor I slapped onto her, but yeah, although we see some piercing of armor here and even some exposed guns. But if we look on the other side, both the Prince Ruben class cruiser and the average class dreadnought are on her port side and are just pounding away. It looks like Ruben is going in for a suicidal attack here. Ooh, she took a homing missile from the D class right there. But she's pounding her own guns into the side. I think Ruben actually made these holes with her guns. And of course the average class is taking and receiving, or giving and receiving torpedoes. Taking and receiving hits. Of course, her paddle wheels are gone at this point. But Prince Ruben has pretty much snuck up behind Kurita, or not Kurita, but the tower class while she has been distracted and has launched torpedoes as well. You will notice that the torpedoes actually don't do too much damage. That's just a quirk from the depths. And the submarine is actually getting closer. Is it able to launch torpedoes, though? I think she's still able to launch, because she launched an aft torpedo right there. One of her aft tubes at the distance. Yeah, see? She's firing her torpedo tubes over into the side of the tower. And these are actually pretty powerful torpedoes. So they do a decent chunk of damage. Letting the D-class that get that close was not smart. Although she is running against the bottom of the ocean. But yeah, as we can see, ooh, this torpedo almost snuck right into the main turret. That could have taken out that turret right there. But as you can see, they're all ganging up on her. And it seems right now, the main target... Oh, she's firing her aft torpedo tubes at distance. And we look here. Let's look at the damage to distance. Oh my gosh. Her only D turret is left. And there's my avatar floating right there. Here, let's jump on board here and examine. She has taken only one gun on D turret remains to fire. Actually, no, 2 guns, but one of them's damaged. So that's all that is left of the main battery. And as you can see, this one can't fire. This turret is damaged beyond repair. And of course, she still has a few anti-aircraft guns firing away. Not like it's gonna do much. But besides that, I think the distance class is out for the count. Her hull has been pierced in a ton of places. Of course, ships don't really sink in from the depths, which is something I wish happened, but yeah. Breaking news, Eggman pissed on the moon again. Oh no, what'd he do this? How many hours is he giving us before the droplets hit the Earth again? But it looks like the average class here is actually not taking too much damage, or at least not as much direct piercing of her armor. And as you can see, she's waiting for her main guns to reload, her main battery. Oh, there it is. She's firing her bow guns, and let's see where they land. Ooh, right at the tower. She just killed the entire bridge crew. And as you can see, her aft guns are targeting tower. Ooh, that actually... Oh, look, those shots decimated one of the guns on B turret. Of course, the anti-aircraft guns are just spitting away as well, but they're not going to do too much against the main ship. And we have more going up. It looks like the D-class is still doing her best. Despite taking all that damage earlier, she's still able to dish out her own. She didn't go down, which is interesting, because usually those are probably the only places where she got hit with a torpedo she'd survive. Kind of like a survivorship bias sort of thing. Because there's ammo all over the rest of the ship, and if that gets detonated, especially in the aft, it's going to pretty much doom the ship. And as you can see, she's still firing her torpedoes away. Oh, look at Tower, she's listing really badly. They've put up so much damage into her shit that she's actually sinking. So this is Minecraft. No, this is Patrick. But no, this is From the Depths, which is a block-based shipbuilding game. Which, yeah, I know, it's voxel, so it looks like Minecraft. So. This would be quite some Minecraft mod, I'll tell you that. And of course, all these torpedoes and stuff. Yeah, Tower is pretty much doomed here. Everyone's ganging up on her. You see, the other ships here haven't taken too much damage because they're all just focus firing. It's just the sort of, let's deal with the big one first. But as you can see, Ruby here, Prince Ruben, her torpedo bulges have been blistered and damaged by torpedoes, although they did their job well. As such, there's only a few holes in the hull of the ship. And she has been doggedly attacking Tower for this entire time. And as you can see, her main battery has pretty much been knocked out. I may actually end up calling it quits for that ship as well and knocking it out right there. But she's trying to escape. What's left of her propulsion is... Actually, she still has her entire propulsion suite going. I don't understand how, though. Actually, as you can see, Her the generators are damaged and flooded, but they're still not out. She's not out for the count. She's refusing to die. And as you can see, all these anti-ship missiles are firing at each other. Oh, we had a big explosion here. As you can see, they finally put the distance class out of her misery. Look what's left of the superstructure. It is holding on by a thread. This poor thing has seen a lot of damage. That's what the AI in this game tends to do. It targets the most heavily armed ship and goes after it. So they'll gang up on the biggest one on the block. And of course the submarine hasn't been harassed anymore, so she's still dishing out her destruction. Is this torpedo still? Yep, her torpedoes are still heading towards tower. And impact, although they aren't choosing the best spots to detonate. Oh my gosh, how much punishment can this poor girl take? Here, we're gonna put her out of her misery so we can speed up the battle. Alright, full damage, full radius. Boom, we're detonating this thing. We're putting her out of her misery, there we go. You served your country well. Country, but place. Alright, who are they gonna target now? They're targeting the average class dreadnought. Ooh, that's what I was talking about. Look, the entire D-class submarine has been cut in half by a torpedo. That is what happens. She ends up sinking. Even though she can still technically operate, the game considers her sinking. So down she goes. There goes the sub. What's left? 3 ships left. Prince Reuben, Average, and Cavalry. Where's Cavalry? Look at oh my gosh, I forgot about her. She's all the way over here. What are you doing, Cavalry? What, is your propulsion knocked out? I mean, oh, look at her. Her A turret is gone. Her B turret is damaged. Her C turret's gone. Her D turret is still firing. Yep, her propulsion is dead. She's just dead in the water. If we look at the map here, let's see what they're targeting. It seems they are all targeting Reuben right now. Here, if I let's press play and I can teleport. Here's the average class. As we can see, she's taken some damage. One of her torpedo launchers is damaged. Her second turret is still firing, but she's taking those heavy battleship shells. I don't think she can take much more of this. And the damage she's able to dish out is not fast enough to compensate. There's some more shells coming in from the battleship. Ooh, yeah, just slamming into C turret, obliterating it. And of course, this main structure of the ship's getting hit. Alright, and here we go. The song right now is Pure Fury's Whereabouts of the Heart from Toho 15. That's the song playing right now. And as you can see, Average, she's taken some damage as well. Yes, her name is Average, but she's taken a fair bit of damage, but all of her guns are still firing, which means that I don't think Prince Reuben will survive this. Reuben's in for a world of hurt. Oh, look at that really tall shell firing. Oh, she's aiming for the... I don't think those shells are gonna hit. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Are they actually gonna make it? Are they gonna make it? Look how long range. Wait. One of the shells hit. One of the shells actually hit. That's pretty impressive. Look, you saw the arc on that. That is probably one of the longest shots I think the average class has landed. And she sent another volley. Look at this. I think she sent another volley. Yes, she did. There's 2 more shells. Oh, but those went wide. Ooh, a turret. C turret just exploded on Ruby. Ooh, yeah. Those shells are not doing her kindly, and her propulsion is dead and her turrets are stuck. Poor girl. I'm gonna put her out of her misery too. There we go. You've served well. Now is your time to... Alright, now let's see. Does Average still have propulsion? A little bit. She has... No. Actually, that's all of her... she has one left. That propeller is her only forward momentum, as well as this little bit left of her paddle wheel on the right side. And look at the angle she is firing these shells at. She is really trying her best to land these long-distance shots. And Cavalry, she does still have guns that can shoot that far. Because her D turret has been rocketing away. As we can see, she is sending fire back at Average, and those shots are landing. Ooh, we got an explosion. We got a magazine detonation in the forward half of the ship. This turret is all that's left of her firepower. Ooh, but the ship's lost her detection. This gun's firing wildly. It doesn't have any... It can't detect where the enemy is. So none of her shots are going to land properly. I think this is going to be a win for the Dreadnought, but let's see when she approaches. She is steadily trying to make her way. She's trying her best, though. We see shell splashes all around. She's slowly making her way forwards with what little propulsion she has left. Her front two turrets just roaring away. I'm tempted to call her right here. It's funny that the ship designed from the oldest time period would be ending up the one winning. But then again, I guess everyone just writes that ship off as too weak from another era, and then they all destroy each other. Oh, that's a chain explosion right there. You can see, I think that's the anti-aircraft guns of the Average right there, just delivering her explosive shells onto the enemy. And here we have more shells. Come on, put her out of her misery. And we have more hits. I'm still impressed Average is able to hit her shots. Her gunnery is certainly more than average, I'll say that much. I feel bad because the main thing that Cavalry right here has going for her is her speed. She's the fastest ship I've built. Her top speed is 48 knots. Well, actually, no. 48 knots, which is insanely fast. That's around 24 or 25 meters a second. So, but the thing is, her entire propulsion is gone. So now, her only weapon she has left is this one turret that can't even aim properly. Because all her rangefinders are broken. Oh, and the guns stop firing. Oh, no, she's gonna try to fire again. And we got more shells. Those landed, short. Oh, YouTube pause. Let me switch to a different song. I think I'm ready to call this here. I'd say Average class wins this one. The others tried their best, but that's the end of the battle. Yep, you can see shell after shell landing there. Oh, and that did it. That one did her in. Right in the AI. So much of the armor was exposed that shell just found its lucky mark. And there we go. Down she goes into the depths which she came. Let's teleport onto the victorious ship. Here we are. How much damage did our winner receive? She had several breaches of her hull here. Her main propulsion has been damaged, it seems. Or is it just not operating? I'll have to investigate that. But on her right side, she hadn't actually had any piercings of the hull. So her starboard side didn't take any damage. As for her port, there are a few punctures here and there, but nothing too important. welcome David Lover, Dabby, I don't know how to pronounce that. We just finished a major battle where this was our winner against 7 other ships. So yeah. And of course, I think to end off the stream now, I'll just show off the battleship I made. This is the one I didn't put into the battle, because it would have smoked everything else there, even the battle cruiser. Here we go. This is the Claudius class battleship. Probably the biggest and most sophisticated ship I've built, and well, some of my aircraft carriers are bigger, but they aren't near as sophisticated. Where's one of my carriers? Yeah, here's the Cloud class aircraft carrier for scale. That's my largest aircraft carrier. So yeah, if you compare the two, Cloud may be longer, but Claudius actually has way more firepower, as this one only has anti-aircraft guns. And a pretty big hangar, but still. I tried pretty dang hard for this one. Even put armor inside the turrets as well. So she can dish out a fair amount of damage and receive a fair amount as well. Although her secondary battery isn't as impressive as the Tower class, but it's still dang close. Those helicopter propellers. You don't see anything. Yep, you don't see that. That's not there. I totally didn't need those to keep the ship properly afloat. Don't worry. Although the best thing about these is I can cheese them. They don't actually use any power. You can make them use power to be more engine power to be more do more force. But if I put enough of them, I don't even need them to use engine power. But that provides the lift force needed to make the ship sit appropriately in the water, because she is a heavy girl. Claudius, she is a thick girl. If we go in, oh wait, we're inside a aircraft carrier. But yeah, as you can see, actually they're thicker girls, but Claudius, she's a thick girl in terms of her armor. Had more layers so it won't sink that. Yeah, but it would look bad, because I actually put the flag of sealant on the side of the armor, and if I put an anti-aircraft or anti-torpedo bulge there, it would make the armor look weird. But you know, maybe that would be a good idea to add anti-torpedo bulges. But her armor is the thickest and actually spaced. This is spaced armor in between to stop Hess shells. So. Shh, no one needs to know. It's not cheating if the game allows it. Don't worry. Oh yeah, and if you're wondering what this is like a radar drone. Here, I can press a button. Let me press a button. Release. There we go. So it's released its radar drone into the sky. It's literally just a weather balloon with a radar antenna attached. That actually is useful in the campaign, but yeah. I mean, the ship itself isn't, but the drone is. And I have, where's the mess hall? Here it is. I even built a full mess hall inside of here. Oh wow, my ears just popped. Because I'm sick, my ears and my nose, you can tell my voice is weird because I have been sick for over a week. But my ears just popped, so now everything's really loud. The Among Us update's a bit sussy. Well, good news is I haven't played Among Us for months. So, I'm thankful for that. I had my old friend group loved to play Among Us all the time back when it was really big. Actually, like unironic playing before it all became ironic, Amogus, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah. If anything else I wanted to show off, if I go into load vehicle, go out back to the main area. Oh yeah, the Star Cruiser, although I've shown off the Star Cruiser before. I could just show off the actual luxury liner I built as well. No, that's an old one. Yeah, there's that one. Why am I in degraded mode still? There's no need to be in degraded mode. There we go. Yeah, there's that, the big ship. Oh wow, this grand staircase is even grander. I built this one to be massive. Holy crap. Did this one have a... Yeah, this one had an even fancier restaurant. Oh my. This is the sort of size restaurant I wanted in Yamato if I could get it bigger, but I was not able to. So yeah, I made that one fancy. And if I load up Tower again, let's see how far I can go into her superstructure. I want to climb her superstructure from the bottom to the top, see how many floors of the superstructure. So going into the superstructure here, let's find an entrance. Here we go. Floor 1 of the superstructure. Oh yeah, here's like a little medical area. Let's go upstairs. Alright, this is floor 2. We're on floor 2 of the superstructure here. You got offices and things like mess decks. Let's go up to floor 3. This is floor 3 of the superstructure. For reference on the outside, we can go even further. Floor 4. This is floor 4 of the battle cruiser. You eat Cheez-Its with chopsticks. That's the best way to eat Cheez-Its, man. Hell yeah. You eat Cheetos like that too. You know, screw it. I'm gonna crack open a can of Pringles right here. Y'all are gonna listen to me crack open a can of Pringles for no reason. Here we go. We got cheddar cheese Pringles, just because y'all are making me hungry. Jax, I've never actually watched a Jax Films video. I don't even know what he does. Here, time for a Pringle. Wait a minute. Wait, look at this. What language is this? Wait, contains a bioengineered food. Wait, no. Look at this. Can y'all see that? What is that? Like, what's the word for that one Jewish? What's the word for the Israeli language? That thing? What's that called? Is that what that is? That one language? Hard to see there, but I don't know. It's a weird language. There we go. Pringle time. These are good. Yep, anyway. But yeah, this is floor 4 of the superstructure, and that's like the warship's mascot. That is the mascot for the Tower class battle cruiser. RNS Ruffs. They had like a list of all her guns and stuff right here. That got cut off. The G got cut off a bit. But yeah, she's extra thick in that department, if you know what I mean. She's extra thick in more places than one. Again, I'm not an artist, but I tried my best. Alright, floor 5. This is the primary bridge right here. The sailing bridge. Actually, no, the battle bridge. Up here, we have another bridge. This is the second bridge in floor 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then floor 7. Up here, we have an open area. Open air sort of thing. And then up here, we got the 8th floor. And another enclosed space with a balcony around it. And we go up to the top bridge, the sailing bridge, which is the 9th floor of the superstructure. And then we go up one more time and we have the 10th deck right here. This is the tallest deck. And that has the tallest anti-aircraft gun. So yeah, I made that thing pretty tall. What the hell? Look at what? I'm gonna look. What are you telling me to look up? I'm gonna look it up on my phone in case it's something bad, so I don't show stream anything. Oh gosh, and of course I turn that on and the Wi-Fi gets off of my phone. The Wi-Fi in this dorm here is notoriously bad. It's just notoriously inconsistent, is what I'd say. So let me pull up Google right here. Let me look up that one thing that person in chat said. Someone who can remove their head? Okay. What, like Seki Banki from Toho or something? I ain't a weeb, but I know that much. I don't know what this is though. Oh, this is from. I don't watch Monster Girls. I don't watch much anime. I haven't even seen an anime in like half a year, and even then, I think the last one I watched was like a fan-made Toho thing. I don't know. It's your waifu. Yeah, I haven't seen that show. But yeah. But yeah, that's just some, it's an anime character he asked me to look up. But, yeah. If I did have a character, if I had a character I'd like the most, here, I'll pull up the character. If y'all did make me pick a waifu for just dumb weeb stuff, here, let me pull one up here. I'll show y'all my waifu, god damn it. Even though I made that mascot myself, but here, first let me, if I can find her here, I'll spawn her for you guys, because I did download a version of it. Oh gosh, this is gonna take a while to load. Let me pull this up in the meantime. In the meantime, we'll have another Pringle. There we go. Alright, copy image address. There we go. Oh, wait, before everything explodes, let me turn damage off, because things will explode if I don't. Alright, damage is off. Oh gosh, look at these aircraft. They're just blonk. They just flipped over onto the side. Oh my. I'll go ahead and spawn a, place down the, hologram projector. Put it to image. Force to image ratio. Alright, and then 8. Y'all want my waifu? There she is. And she happens to be the ship I'm standing on. Or this ship, anyway. Let me pull back up the chat here. There we go. That is Akagi, the aircraft carrier. And this is also Akagi, the aircraft carrier, although a very big version of her. I actually built her in Minecraft. I've actually, if you go into my channel, you can look back in some of my live streams. There is a live stream that has the thumbnail of Akagi, which I built in Minecraft, and I have a stream showing that off. That's actually one of my more recent streams, so if you go into my channel, you can find that. Shameless plug, but, and I think I did a better job in Minecraft than this person did here, because I actually used a 3D model of the ship to model it, and the walkways are actually walkable, unlike this one, so. But, yeah, that's, if I did have a waifu, that would be her, right there. Can you look it up on your, I'm not going to show it, you look it up, dude, I'm not going to show that, I mean, it wouldn't be bad to, but I'm not going to show on stream. You're going to have to find a way to prove to your friend. You got to use your trust. You got to use that innate trust. You got to find your family. I've seen so many recently. Have y'all seen all those Fast and Furious 9 memes where it's just, they're putting the main character, Dom, in like random situations and saying, no, you can't beat that person, they're invincible. And he's like, not when you have family, and he just holds the shotgun. Because that's all it talks about, is family. Because again, I actually did, my workplace, the place where I work, they gave me free movie tickets to see the new Fast and Furious movie because the company's tied to it. And so I actually used that for a late Father's Day gift for my dad as well. So I took my dad to see the new Fast and Furious movie for free. And it was stupid fun, of course, because the story makes no sense. The story's literally taking darts and throwing them at a dartboard with random plot elements on it and just deciding it. The only spoiler I'll say is that they send like an old Pontiac into space at one point, which is pretty funny. But I'm getting into a tangent. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of those memes everywhere. It has too many. Too many. What do you mean it has too many breasts? What? You talking about Akagi? There's two. What? Do you expect more than two? What are you talking about? What do you mean too many? Are you watching too many like monster animes or something? I don't know what you're talking about, my friend, but I think two is fine. Your internet's going to crap again. What do you mean a Fast and Furious stream? What? I'm not gonna pirate any movies. Not like I know how. What? You rewinded the vid. What? Yeah. Oh, for what? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, if you want, check out some of the other stuff on my channel too. But I will start making regular videos again at some point, I swear. And at some point, I will, actually, maybe make a video for that spaceship. Here, let me spawn in the spaceship that I spent, multiple years working on. There she is, the Star Cruiser. Basically, I had designed a ship and I built it in Minecraft, and then the very first live stream on my channel, the very first live stream I ever did here, was me having Minecraft open in one window and this game open in another window, and building this ship in from the depths block by block based off of the Minecraft one. And I finally finished it after all this time and a huge hiatus building it. Here we are. Oh, and it's falling out of the sky. We gotta go higher. And again, I've showed this off before. Pretty much in every From the Depths stream I bring this up. But I will just show a little bit here because there's always new people in every stream. So, and it's falling again. Stop falling. I need to place it higher up. I need to escape gravity. Leave his waifu alone, Monster Girls. Too. What has this conversation gone to? What, did I miss something before? No, the pictures... No, I didn't miss anything. I don't know what you all are talking about. Get your minds out of the gutter. And no, I didn't make a mascot for this ship. Yet. But, yeah, this is basically a giant star cruiser I made. I made it while I was binging Star Trek for a lot of it. So, I guess that's why this whole designation is there, but, yeah, this is the Valerium class Star Cruiser. And of course there's no gravity, so I have to teleport everywhere. But I actually made the entire insides of the ship. You can walk the entire inside of the ship. And I'll give you all a very, very quick tour, because I know I've done it before on other streams. I'll just make it very fast. But yeah, there's like a little battle bridge up front with a camera view and things like that. Oh, I teleported inside of this. It's hard to maneuver because I can't go down. Here we have the main engineering bay right here, engine rooms, a bunch of catwalks, control center. You have all of this. You got more propulsion elements here. And then you have the big hallways here with airlocks. You have berthing spaces with a ton of just floating beds. We have steam power on this ship, which makes no sense, but we still have it. It's like backup steam power on a spaceship. Is this Minecraft? I said this is... How about now? No, it's still not Minecraft. But yeah, that was the first stream I ever did, which was building this thing from Minecraft. And then this is all new insides. You have like it's a fuel propulsion here. Here, let me teleport. You can go into this part. Here's the hangar. And here's a full hangar with multiple starfighters that can act on their own, like drone starfighters and a transport ship right here. All this fancy stuff. Here, if I go into the docking bay here. Did I press the wrong button? Okay, no. I think I pressed a button by accident. If I do this one backwards. I pressed that button. Oh, it should retract. I forgot how I labeled these buttons. Did that do it? Yes, see, I'm retracting this ship right here, and I can extend the next one. See, and I'm extending this one over the hangar entrance right here. Is this Space Engineer? I have Space Engineer, but I haven't played it in years, and I never got good at it. Now let me advance the stern. Okay, alright, there's, I'll recall. Where's the stern release? Is there no stern release? Come on, I need it. There, wait, no, that's bow dock release. Did I do it? Here, I can control the ship, shuttlecraft. There we go. See, I am controlling the shuttlecraft, and I can view its camera. So I can do this, and then I can, once it's out of the hangar, I can do this. And we are controlling the shuttle right now. There's the bottom of the ship. And we're just gonna let this thing fall. I could also press a button to recall it. There we go. But yeah, there are moving parts, and I tried really hard to make this hangar look cool. So I can release these as well. It actually automatically releases these if it detects there's an enemy. And I can go into here. I'll show you all the coolest part of this ship. I always like showing this part off. That's the laser anti-missile system. This thing can shoot down missiles. Oh, here's a little movie theater that has a view of the ship if you wanted a movie theater. Here's a club, kind of like a port forward in, or Ted Forward in Star Trek. A little club here you can go into for the crew. But that's not what I wanted to show. Oh, I know where I need to go. It is in here. Up one floor. If I remember right. Yes, here's the holodeck. Y'all know the... Yeah, if you don't mind not spamming the chat, please. Thank you very much. But, here's the holodeck. Let me just pop in here. Boom. We are in the holodeck. These are just PNGs on the walls. And then I made like a 3D street light. I made a trash can. I made a city street and a curb, you know. Tried to make it look as much like the middle of a crowded street at night, you know. I think it looks okay. It doesn't look perfect, but I didn't want to make my own images for it, so. I was just always really proud of making this little area. Here, let me eat another Pringle, because why not? There we go. To a 24-hour stream. I've done a 7-hour stream before. I think 7 hours has been the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa. I'm sorry. Sorry, no more Billy Joel for you guys. I'm not doing a singing stream either. I'm not part of HoloLive. I'm not a VTuber. Actually, that's a sad moment, but still, anyway. Oh yeah, here's a restroom. Here's all the bathroom stalls. Sink. Any other rooms I missed that are interesting? Because I've got, most of them are just like gun turret rooms or rooms for missiles and torpedoes and things like that. That sort of thing. But I can fire all sorts of guns. Here, let me fire every gun at once. Or most guns at once. Alright, I paused it. Look at that. Look at this baby. This thing has a full suite of firepower. There's guns here on the sides of the ship. There's full torpedo racks. There's downward torpedo racks. There's anti-missile missiles firing. There's anti-aircraft guns. There's anti-missile rotary cannons. These shoot down missiles. There's this right here. There's a laser that right here. That laser shoots down missiles. Here's more warheads right here, more missiles that can be fired. This whole suite, all these secondary turrets. It does look like a Star Wars ship. I designed it to look kind of like a Venator class Star Destroyer, but with my own twist on it, you know? So that was sort of my goal. And I think I did a pretty good job with it. And of course she can go pretty fast too. Here, we'll power her up in a sec. So yeah, she's a pretty dang powerful ship, I'll say that much. I have to do a 24-hour stream, it'll cut into 2. Like what, will YouTube automatically cut the DVR into 2 or something? I don't know how that works. Alright, here we go, full propulsion. We have all the jets and all the thrusters here. Let's see how fast we can go, because we have to build up speed. So we're at 10 meters a second now. Oh yeah, these are beam weapons. I believe they are particle accelerator cannons, actually, not beam weapons. But here's actually a front laser right here. That is a massive, like, pulsed laser in the front of the ship. Here we have different accesses to the hangar, and we are slowly building up speed right now. I think I can also rotate the ship sideways. And I can make the ship tilt with, I think, these keys. Yep, I can make the ship slowly tilt. Not the most maneuverable thing, but it is a giant spaceship, so... It's like trying to drift this thing, honestly. Do I have VR? I do have a VR headset, and I've even streamed with it a few times, but it's difficult because I always have a problem where I think my USB ports aren't powerful enough. And as a result, the problem is... Ooh, we're approaching land. I want to slam this thing into the ground at full speed. See how much damage it'll do. But, the problem with the VR thing is that it just disconnects constantly. Because if I want to stream, it has to be connected to my computer. And the USB port just kicks me out of the entire thing, and each time it does that, every like 10 minutes, I have to restart the entire VR thing from scratch and spend 20 more minutes to get into the game I was in, so. But if you look back through some of my streams, you'll see me streaming some VR games. Alright, let's slam this spaceship into the ground, full throttle. Alright, here we go. Oh, we're going so fast that the escape pod... Oh yeah, I mentioned we have escape pods. All the Starhiders and escape pods are... we're going too fast for them, so it's leaving them behind from their docking positions. So now we're heading straight down. And let's finally increase the mass as fast as possible. And here we go. Let's just slam straight into the ground as fast as we can. We're going 158 meters a second. 159. YouTube videos can only go 12 hours. Huh. I didn't know that. Alright, let's go straight down. We're gonna slam straight into the earth. Alright, where are we right now? We're getting closer. We're slamming straight down. Brace for impact. Brace, brace, brace. Here we go. Bonk. Bonk. Oh lord, what have we done? We gotta skid to a stop here. Look how much momentum we still have from that crash. Oh lord, that turret's doing the stanky leg. Oh my, let's examine the damage, shall we? We're at 60% of the ship is left. Almost half of the ship was destroyed in that collision. Sad thing is the USB ports I have are kind of built into my case, so if I wanted to get better ports, I pretty much need to replace the case, and that means rebuilding the whole computer. and I don't know if I'd be willing to do that just yet, because I built this computer back in like 2017, but it still works pretty well. It's still pretty high-end, because I built it because I was mad that I couldn't play Fallout 4 on my crap top, my potato laptop, so that's why I built this one. So yeah, as you can see, the floor is gone here. The entire bottom of the ship is just scraped away. The hangar is gone. Oh, one of the starfighters survived. 2 of the starfighters survived. And of course, as you go here, the entire front half of the ship beyond here is gone. Both of the main turrets are disintegrated. Not much survives below this part of the first deck, honestly. I just like stuff where you can look at the carnage, you know? Or like, I like things like in Fallout where they take old military equipment and turn it into a base of operations, or like set up shop in like an old Hulk, dried up Hulk on a seabed or something. I think stuff like that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. We've crashed our big spaceship. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. Okay, I've gone way over. I keep saying the last thing I want to do, and then I keep going. So yeah, I think we're done here. Let me head to our finishing up thing. Here we go. Alright, well, I would like to thank you all for showing up to the stream today. I don't know what I'm going to stream next. Maybe Team Fortress 2, or maybe Holdfast Nations at War. Those are pretty good games. What else would I want to stream? Maybe one of those. Maybe Toho again, but I don't know. I may need to get better at Toho before I stream that one again. I actually played 2 new games recently. One was like a Warhammer 40k game, but it was Civ 5 basically. Warhammer, but with civilization mechanics. And then the other one, I think that one was called Gladius, and then the other one I played was a Toho fan game that I got on sale. So I don't know, but I don't think either of those would be good for a stream. Well, let me look at my Steam library. Is that Pepsi? What do you mean? Is what Pepsi? Remember, coffee's life. I don't drink coffee. This isn't from the depths, this is Patrick. Alright. Let's see. What other games would be good? I also got Napoleon Total War, but I haven't played it yet. I think that could be a cool game to play. I don't know about on stream, though. No, it started relaunching the game. Don't relaunch the game. Don't do that. I could play TF2 next time. I can play... I have Empire Total War, but that's kind of a boring game to play on stream. I have Gary's Mod, but I don't know if I'd want to do that on stream. I have Sakuya Izuyoi Gives You Advice and Dabs, the game for like that I got for like 99 cents. I have the original Battlefront 2. I haven't streamed that one, I don't think. I have Audio Surf 2. I can stream that one, but that would be a copyrighted stream that I couldn't monetize. What else? I have Teardown. I remember I streamed a lot of Teardown, and I never finished that game, so maybe I could at one point. I have Total Tank Simulator, Battlefleet Gothic Armada. I haven't played that one much. I don't have Far Cry. Stream Team Fortress 3? Oh, I wish. If it came out, I would stream it in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, it automatically archives my streams, so the archive of this stream should be up within a few hours. So... Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to head out for the night. I hope you all have a good one. Check out my channel, check out my other streams if you want. I know I have a wide variety of streams and other shitpost videos. I have a lot of other shitpost stuff. Is Gmod 2 out yet? I forgot the name they had for that project, but I haven't seen much development for it. I don't follow the development of that one too much, but when it does come out, I'll certainly get it. But yeah. Anyway, you all have a good one. Nope. Okay, no. You will refuse the shell. But anyway, yeah. As funny enough, it's the day after July 4th, and we're ending with PRO of the Star Spangled Banner as our outro song. Funny enough. Anyway, you all have a good one. I know I've said that like 5 times now. And good night. And I'll see you all next stream. I'll announce it in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, go ahead and join it. Have a good night, the rest of y'all. Hopefully, I'll be less sick next time.